Alright, let's see if this is working. Ooh, looks like the stream is up on Twitch. Exciting, exciting. Alright, so this is going to be my first stream, or first attempt at streaming. My name is Jeremy, that's my civilian name anyway. My username, or I mean my Twitch name is Xenoglassa for now. We'll see how that goes. I wanted to play some Pauper. I've been thinking about doing some streaming as a little bit of a hobby, so yeah, we're gonna test it out. We're gonna jump into a league, playing some mono black land destruction, and I picked this deck for my first stream because it's kind of cool, and I've played it a bit before, so I'm a little more familiar with it, and it's not super skill intensive from my experience, so I'm hoping that it'll be something that I can do while streaming. I'm still kind of new to the whole talking while you're playing thing. I know that can be a little tricky sometimes. I've done a few test games, and I noticed myself making some misplays while I'm talking, but so we're in our first game here. We're going to keep this hand, maybe see what happens. The opponent's going to kick things off with a land, just as we will. I think I'm going to start off with a peat bog. So the basic idea behind this deck, we want to slow our opponents down early game by blowing up their lands using spells like Rancid Earth and Icequake, and then sort of in the mid game we want to start developing some threats, control their board with removal, and draw some cards, and then hopefully wrap up the game with some Gurmag Anglers or something like that. They might have a counter spell here, huh? They might know what's coming with the peat bog. I think I'm gonna try to Icequake anyway. See what happens. Make them use that counter spell. We'll be a-okay with that. Okay, they're just gonna accumulated knowledge, instant speed, draw a card, but they will lose the land. So bravo. Land destruction strikes again. Now they know what they're up against. Okay, so Dark Ritual is kind of a cool draw, I think. That means we can play... well, we don't even... Dark Ritual is kind of just awkward, huh? I think we're gonna... Didn't seem like they had a counterspell last turn, so I'm going to... just pop one of these. See what happens. See what they have to say about that. Oh no! They're gonna accumulate some knowledge. Okay, that's gonna help them draw into some more lands, I'm sure. Not 100% what we want. Dark Ritual, huh? I'm gonna save that till next turn, because if we do, I can maybe play two of these 2-drops if we don't draw a land, and hopefully those will help me draw into a land. But I don't want to let one of these go to waste this turn. One of the black mana there. So they play a tap land. Ooh, Thorn of the Black Rose. It's too tempting. Well, we're definitely gonna Dark Ritual. See if they have any tricky tricks to get around that. Nope. I think I'm gonna Thorn of the Black Rose. Give it a try. Oh, they have 6. Okay, so we're the Monarch. Hopefully we can hold on to that a bit longer. It might have been right to just blow up that land, but I think we want to start drawing cards either way and make sure we hit our land drops. Seagate Oracle, okay, not the scariest, but it is a threat, so we have to make sure we don't lose our monarchy. Ooh. Rancid Earth. Do we want to keep hitting their lands? I think we are in a decent position. I'm going to keep popping those lands, keep them off double blue, and we're going to leave Thorn of the Black Rose back on defense. The scary thing would be if they remove Old Thorny and get in with the Seagate Oracle and steal the Monarchy. That would be a little bit dangerous, but looks like they're going to play another Seagate Oracle. Sounds good to me. I don't want to get in. I feel like we have to develop a threat here to block the two sea gates. Maybe we'll draw into a land, that would be nice. Nope. That's okay. We'll stay back on defense this turn and see what happens. Draw a card. Monarchy is keeping our hand nice and full. Makes me happy. Oh gosh. This is their third accumulated knowledge, so they're gonna draw quite a few cards here. Hitting their land drops better than we are, despite the land destruction. Looks like they're not gonna get in, which gives us a little bit of breathing room, although they might be holding up a counterspell here. What do they discard? Dinrova Horror, 2 Dinrova Horrors, okay. Gee whiz, what do we do? I'm afraid they're just gonna counter something. If we had like a couple more lands, it'd be a lot easier here. I think I'm gonna Sign in Blood, try and hit a land drop. Because then we can play a different 2-drop. I guess I should have Knight's Whispered. Well, we're not going to draw any lands, so I guess we just pass the turn. Hopefully the game doesn't slip away from us too fast here. We will have to discard something here. Probably get rid of a Befoul. Well, we'll get rid of the Knight's Whisper. Oh, I didn't even draw my card yet. Oh, Dark Ritual might be nice. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Knight's Whisper, and I don't know, Befoul might be good removal. We'll get rid of the Ice Quake, because land destruction is being it's becoming a little less relevant. And the Rancid Earth, I guess. Barrenmore. Paying costs. What'll it be? Gurmag Angler? Yup. Prediction correct. We got an Angler coming at our face, which is not good for the Monarchy. The Foul cannot hit that Gurmag Angler, unfortunately. They're still holding up those 2 islands, so they must have some sort of counter spell here. Well, maybe we can get him to sacrifice something or draw out that counter. Okay, so at least we can potentially block the angler with Old Thorny. And maybe we'll just try and destroy something or draw out a counter. Destroy the non-basic land, because that'll deal the extra 2 damage if it goes through. These land destruction spells are kind of cool. They all have a little side ability. Give them a little extra spice. It's important to keep that in mind. Okay, so they do counter it. That's fine. We'll continue passing the turn, drawing our cards. Hey, a land! We did it. Hope it's not too late. Seems like it's going to be a bit of a grind this game. Repulse. Okay, well, might as well just... Actually, no. I'm not going to block. I'll take the 6 for now. We can reclaim the monarchy next turn if we want, although we won't be able to do anything else, but I think that might be what we want to do. We have some nice tools here. Just want to be able to play them. Ooh, miscalculation, huh? Ooh, that's a game changer. Well, seems like this might be slipping away from us. But that's what games 2 and 3 are for, am I right? Okay. I think we'll chump block, I guess. Yikes. 4th accumulated knowledge. Casual 2 mana draw 4. Nice. Very nice. Opponents thinking over their 9 options in hand. I'm gonna cycle a lonely sandbar and pass the turn over to me. Maybe holding up another miscalculation to make us sad. Gonna discard a few cards. Discard a few lands. Cool, we draw land. That's something. That's something. I think we might edict them. See if they want to sacrifice the Seagate Oracle. They do. And we'll put down a little chump blocker dude here, potentially. But now that they have the monarchy, I'm not feeling too great about our chances. Oh, they're gonna miscount the Zealot. We will not be paying 2. We'll just pass the turn and cry. Dismal backwater. Dismal like our chances at winning this game. Oh. Take 5. Get chomped on by this angler. From all angles. Hope they're enjoying that card draw over there. I think that's just game, right? Unless we draw into something super spicy. But they probably have a handful of counter spells, so... And the only way we could... Okay, we'll go down to 1 life. I think the only way we survive is if we draw an edict and they don't have a counterspell. Well, we draw 2 edicts. We'll give it a go, but I don't think our chances are too good. Here it comes. I can't watch. Logic not X1, the BM. Okay. Well, that's game. We shall move on to bigger and better things. Game 2, perhaps. Duress seems potentially useful. The foul doesn't seem as good because I don't know, they have Dinrova Horrors and Gurmag Anglers that we might want to be removing. Victim of Night is similarly garbage against Gurmag Angler. Man, I don't even know if this is any good, but if we bring in the cartouches and we get into an angler off, that might give us an edge. Maybe we'll go down a Night's Whisper and Choking Sands isn't as good because they have swamps. We'll try it out. We'll give it our best effort here. Let's check on, sorry, I'm checking on how the stream is looking because I've never streamed before. Looks like it's a decent quality, that's good. My worst fear is having some weird technical difficulties that I'm not easily able to deal with in the middle of a league. But things seem to be going swimmingly thus far. Opponents thinking pretty hard about their sideboard choices, crafting the perfect 60-card deck to counter us. Yes, we would like to play first. I think I might throw this hand away. It's a lot more peat bogs than we want to see. Okay, well, we'll give it a try. I mean, peat bog plus dark rituals means we can maybe run out an early angler or some land destruction. I don't know, it's gonna be a weird one. We really want more swamps though, so we're gonna put that to the bottom, play out our peat bog, and next turn the fun shall begin. Okay, so let's think about this. We can play both of these. That'll give us 6 mana. And then we can use 5 of that mana to play an angler if we exile both of those. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? That's why we might as well go in for the all-in angler. But we're not going to be able to play anything else here, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we don't have any 1-drops, so I'm just gonna leave the other Dark Ritual in the graveyard there for our future angler. Oh, okay. So let's get in for 5. First and foremost, kind of thinking we might want to draw a card here. We're gonna end up in a awkward situation here. We can't find any lands pretty soon. The land destructors will have become the land destructed. Wow, they're gonna miscalculation. Okay, fair enough. That's what we get for taking a risk. I really didn't want to go down to 5 cards though. So maybe this is what we get. Alright, we get to swing in again. And they repulse. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. That's okay. Turn my computer volume down a bit. Nightscape Familiar, huh? Oh, this is that blue-black. I didn't see any familiars last game. Since I'm auto-yielded, this just turns into a slideshow as long as I don't have lands. Womp womp. Probe. You're gonna discard 2 cards, huh? Okay. Well. That's what happens when you keep a risky hand. And the drawbacks of playing Peat Bog. I think we might just get rid of a couple anglers here. I don't know. A land! I think it's a bit too late for this though. I mean, best case, we can sign in blood into some more action, but they're so far ahead at this point with that handful of cards and 5 lands of their own, and I'm sure some counterspell. Oh, right. I'm tempted to just concede. The shame. The shame. It's okay, we deserve this. Get rid of Rancid Earth. Seems like too little too late. Yeah, I think we're gonna scoop it up rather than play through all of this. I don't really see how we could get out of this. So we shall concede. Move on to game 2. Maybe we'll have some better luck. Go against some decks that are vulnerable to land destruction. Oh, you guys, it's hot in here. No AC in the summer. Makes for a grand old time. I do have my fan behind me, blowing nice cool air onto my legs, which isn't ideal. But don't want it blowing into the mic because that could cause some problems. If we had one more land, this hand would be definitely keepable, but I don't want to end up in the same situation as last turn. I mean, last game. They're keeping their 6-carder. I think we lost the die roll, right? Yeah, so we get a couple draws. We're just gonna keep it. At least we have the Peat Bog and a Scry and some card draw. I don't think we need more of that though. We just want swamps. Straight up basic swamps, please. Oh no, it's elves. Was there 2 on the top of my library? 2 Sign in Bloods? Maybe. No way to tell. Okay. Got that island for some distant melody action later on, perhaps? To refill their hand. Sorry, there's a jet going by outside. Nice and loud. Alright, I mean, we only have 2 uses of this, so I think we want to go big or go home. Knight's Whisper. And not draw any lands. Cool. Oh, sorry, Mike. Sorry. Looks like we're in for a repeat of last game's action. Very nice. That's okay. We must persevere. Getting in for 2. We take it. And their board might just explode all over us in the next turn or 2. So the Ranger, they're gonna get a land put into hand, and I believe that'll be their land drop for the turn. Yep. Land of More Elves. I do appreciate their nice coordinated lands here. I got that Amonkhet swag. Alright, well we're gonna try and sign in blood, I guess. It's too little too late for this one. Please. Oh boy, another peat bog. Well, we got a Dark Ritual. Now I do have a sideboard guide for this deck. Oh, we got a discard. Sorry. We have plenty of Dusk Legion Zealots. I'm not sure if Elves is on the sideboard guide. Do a quick little search. Let's see. So it says lose game 1, bring in Pestilence, ramp that out, and kill their stuff. Okay. We put Distant Melody. Seems like a little bit of overkill there, opponent. Alright, we have potentially 5 mana to play with. That'd be like a Dusk Legion and a Land Destruction spell. The Land Destruction's not that good against them, at this point especially. The Edict, what is that gonna do? Actually, if we could, oh how about this, if we can get 7 cards into our graveyard, we can Rancid Earth them. That might be pretty sweet. So maybe we'll Zealot. Keep drawing some cards, losing some life. Yep, they're gonna gain some life. Oh man, they're gonna make us choose between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we really have to hit this Rancid Earth, otherwise they're just gonna overrun us. So sorry, Angly. So I'm gonna Dark Ritual and Ice Quake them. It's not gonna do much good. I don't know, man. I don't know. I need a chat. I need a chat to help me. It's okay. I don't know, dude. Well, we have to get this Dark Ritual in the graveyard. Yeah, so I'm gonna play another Dusk Legion Zealot. I don't think the Land Destruction is gonna do anything. We do want the Rancid Earth to blow up their board, but unfortunately okay, so here's the plan. Okay, so they're gonna gain 1 billion life and get in for some damage for sure. Unfortunately, no matter what we do. But once we use this Peat Bog next turn, we will have 7 cards in our graveyard. which can blow up all of their X1s, 1-1s, but looks like they're still gonna have a few dangerous things left over, unfortunately. They might even just be able to kill us somehow this turn. Or maybe they're gonna spend all their resources just dumping their hand on our face. Lots of elves. They don't call it elves for nothing. Another well-wisher. Well, at least that explodes with our Rancid Earth. This deals damage to us too, so we have to be very careful. And it's gonna blow up our board as well. I don't know. It might be too late for this. I mean, it's almost certainly too late for this unless we get pretty lucky. Look, I can't even... there's too much going on here, man. We have one card in hand, so hopefully the slaughter is almost over. No matter what happens, at least looks like we're gonna get a pretty juicy Rancid Earth off here. Okay. So okay, so these zealots are gonna die anyway. So might as well get him in for 2. He'll probably sense some funny business and just take the damage. But on the off chance that he blocks with like a 2-2, maybe we can catch Nettle Sentinel with our Rancid Earth, who knows? Mind games. No, they're not gonna block. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll blow up the island, I guess, to make it a little trickier for them to Distant Melody, if they so happen to have another one of those. Hey, look at that. Not bad. And we can Angler now. Discard, exile some cards. So, I wouldn't say we're in a great position, but definitely much better than we were a couple turns ago. Maybe we can build up to this other Rancid Earth. Man, if we could like Rancid Earth and then Edict in a turn, that would be cool, but that's quite a ways away. We also have the Befoul. If we happen to draw some lands or Dark Ritual, maybe we can deal with the Huntmaster. Refill that graveyard a bit. I think he might just start swinging in pretty soon here, and he's wide enough that he might be able to get us like that. I don't really see what good a well, maybe we'll Edict just to get a we're definitely gonna Icequake or Edict to get a card in our graveyard. But if I Edict, he's just gonna we'll Edict. I think we'll need to preserve our life total as much as possible at this point. And we're gonna leave Angler back as a blocker for sure. Oh, great. Lead the Stampede. Awesome. Let's see if they hit some elves. More well-wishers. All 4 of their well-wishers. So their life total is getting pretty high up there. Got all the land and life they could possibly want. Let's see if they try and get in here. Anything? Nope. They don't want to. Gives us some more time. We have 5 cards in the graveyard. We really needed a land there. Then we could befoul the Huntmaster, set ourselves up for a juicy Rancid Earth. That Earth is rancid. Ugh. We'll just Icequake a land. Doesn't really matter. Just trying to fill up that graveyard. But they've got all the land they could need. Here comes the Well-Wishers. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. They're quite wide again. Oh, here comes an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll definitely just block this and go down to 1. And if we draw like a dark ritual, then we could have Rancid Earth and wiped their board besides Middle Sentinel there, but it looks like that's not going to work out for us, and we're pretty dead here, so we're going to concede. That's okay. We got games 2 and maybe 3. I do have a sideboard guide here for Elves, so in everything except Duress, out 13 land destruction spells. Guess that kind of makes sense, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I might leave a couple Rancid Earths in because that sweep effect is pretty good. Maybe we'll take out a Chainer's Edict. It's not very good. And give it a go. Try things like that. Yes, I would like to play first. Thank you very much. Oh, giving us another one-lander, huh? I think I'm gonna mulligan this, because even though we have a Dark Ritual, we don't even have anything juicy to play with it. Okay, this is a little bit better. We will keep this. Got some card draw. Don't think we need another swamp right now. I'm sure we'll be seeing some more throughout the game. I think I'm just gonna play basic swamp here. I don't want to be using like the peat bogs on these when we have 2 swamps. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay. Metal Sentinel. Cool. More card draws. We'll play the Dusk Legion Zealot. Develop a little 1/1 Vampire Soldier Boy. Hey, another swamp. Not bad. Gonna get him for 2. We're gonna let him smack us with that spear. Poke me in the eye with that spear. That's okay. Only did a couple damage. Okay, we got some Birch Lore Rangers. Really into birch trees. Elvish Mystic. It's happening. The elves are doing the elf thing again. Relic of Progenitus, that's pretty annoying. For sure. Cartouche is not a bad draw. We can kill this guy and maybe pump up my dude. I think we might do that. Mana efficient. And we have some more card draw and stuff for the future. Oh wait, did I just put the... Oh, thank god. I was scared I put the -1/-1 counter on my Dusk Legion Zealot. That would have been very sad. But we avoided that disaster. We played the Cartouche minigame and won. We'll start getting in there, gaining some life. Got another Birchlore Rangers to replace their fallen brethren. That's okay. Nothing a Pestilence can't handle, as long as we draw one. They're gonna get in for 2. Well, there goes my life gain. Am I right? Sylvan Ranger. I'm gonna search up a land. I have 1 card in hand. They do have a lot of mana with the Sentinel and the Birchlore Rangers. Here. 2 relics. Okay, so nothing will ever be in our graveyard. Very nice. We'll play our Peat Bog. I'm going to kill Mr. Nettles on our turn before it can do anything bad next turn. And that will allow us to get in for another 2. Keep ourselves nice and healthy. Cool. Nice. We hit some lands, that's good. I'm gonna turn on light here. As it gets a little darker. Okay, we're gonna exile a card. Fine by me. Is the land that they... Oh, okay, so they searched up an island for their distant melody they're hoping to find. Looks like. And they're just gonna get in for 3 there. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna Knight's Whisper to kick things off. See what we can find. Wombage Witches. Okay, so that's seems pretty good right now. So we'll play out the witches. I mean, I guess I could do it post-combat, but I don't think it matters. And might just fire off this edict. I think it's not gonna get any better than this, and it's just gonna get removed right away with these relics. So might as well get rid of one of these guys. We got some card draw, some acceleration. Well, the nice thing is we are getting up to enough mana where we don't really have to care about Delve for our Gurmag Angler. So that's a good sign. Not a bad blocker either, despite their ability. And I think we might have a hard time dealing with the witches here. Okay, so we're gonna whisper into the night. Ooh, pestilence. Alright, things are looking up for us for sure. In fact, I can just get in with both of these and play Pestilence, hold up a black mana for a little board wipe later on maybe. Sounds good. We can even Pestilence for 3 if we really want, although that's gonna probably delete the entire board and cause our Pestilence to go to the graveyard. I've definitely misplayed with Pestilence before where I wipe everything and then forget that Pestilence is gonna go away when there are no creatures on the battlefield. Ooh, I've never really looked at that art. Ooh, pretty gruesome. Alright, they're gonna keep our graveyard nice and slim. That's okay. Yep. Yup. Yay, the concession. Alright. That seemed to work out pretty well. I think we'll try it again like that. One land. Well, try again. Alright, it looks very similar to last game's hand, which seemed to work out. We'll keep Pestilence on the top for sure. Cool. Things are looking good here. Maybe. I think we will start off with the Peat Bog this time, because we could potentially... well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This cartouche has been pretty good against elves, keeping our life total up, and you can pick away at their board with the -1/-1 counter. Ooh, but they got that Nettle Sentinel Birchlore Ranger swag. Hopefully they don't dump a bunch of 1-drops on me. Looks like that's what they're gonna do. Honestly, I don't blame them. I would do the same if I were them. Uh-oh, Llanowar Elves Tron. Okay. Keep drawing lands. I like that. I'm okay with that. I'll play out our Zealot. Draw a card. Another Zealot. Cool. Pass the turn, and so they've almost dumped their entire hand. It's not looking too scary right now, especially since we have this Pestilence in hand, but you never know. They could whip out a Distant Melody or Lead the Stampede to ruin our lives. Looks like they're gonna get in for 3, that's okay. We'll take 3. Hopefully this cartouche can get us a little healthier. Now we're in a bit of a dilemma here because... ooh. Opponent, how dare you. Your anti-pestilence tech. Well, that's gonna make the cartouche a little less exciting, for sure. I mean, I think while we have this Peat Bog, we have to put down Pestilence, and then next turn we can Wrath for 3, I guess. Or 2, or we'll see what happens. Of course, we might lose our Pestilence, but we are getting down to a dangerous life total here, especially since this hurts us as well. And if our plan is to do some board wiping, we might as well block here. We could just Pestilence for 2, leave the Sentinel here, and oh yeah, okay, so I'm glad I got the Pestilence ready to rumble here. Yeah, that might be cool. So we'll pass the turn. Our plan is to Pestilence for 2, which does leave the Nettle Sentinel alive, but it might be worth it because then we can keep our Pestilence around and maybe deal with some future threats if they decide to refill their hand with a Distant Melody. Might have been better if I just did it last turn to get rid of the Well-Wisher, but this does force them to not play anything at the beginning of their turn at the risk of it getting killed. Yep. Gain your life, opponent. Enjoy your life gain. Now if they play another creature at the end of the turn, I'll pop this one more time. Oh no, they're not. Okay. Oh, cool. We're getting down to a very fragile life total here, definitely. But we will have this cartouche next turn, maybe. I don't even... Yeah, I think we'll wait till next turn to, or I mean their turn, to pop this Victim of Night on their Sentinel, or see if they play anything more interesting. So next turn we can Pestilence for 2 and... Wait, that doesn't make sense. So I can... Ugh, guys, my head hurts. Okay. Well, that's not even that good right now, huh? I'm so used to this card being scary because plus X is usually 1,000,000, but they don't have too much going on here. So we can find a different way to deal with that. I'm just gonna Victim of Night. Alright. So we will cartouche our boy. Put the -1/-1 counter on their boy. So it's a measly 0/2. And we'll get in for 2. Gain some life back. Some much needed life. And they are out of gas here, although they have a lot of life, so we are in danger if they draw a Lead the Stampede and can refill. But Pestilence has been pretty good. So I think we might wait till our next turn to Simon Blood. Maybe that's not necessary. But I want to have some Pestilence action going on here, potentially. This Spider Silk armor is pretty annoying. Ooh, Thorn of the Black Rose, huh? So if we play that, we can get in for 2. Well, let's just get in for 2 first. We might be able to run away with this game. We're getting down to the wire. we become the monarch. So if I pestilence now, he can save one of his creatures. I'll wait. I'll wait. We'll see. Lead the stampede. Okay. I'm gonna pestilence. I'm gonna do it. I don't want this Well-Wisher getting out of hand. He can save it. But then he won't be able to save the Timberwatch. Yeah, he's gonna save the Timberwatch. Alright, so he gets a million more Timberwatches. Cool. Can't play any of it this turn. We're just at such a fragile life total. I wish we had a Gurmag Angler. So next turn he can play either one of those, or he can play Quirion Ranger. Oh, so he can play one of each of those. I think I'm gonna get rid of this guy right now. Ooh, I don't know. No, I'm gonna... We're gonna do it. Get rid of him. Get in for one. Maybe our monarchy can draw us into something. Well, that is certainly something. I don't know if it's some of the thing that we wanted to see. These are gonna be 1/3s. So... Watching the timbers. Okay. We are caught between a rock and a hard place for sure. So if I blow this for 3 right now, we go down to 1. But... oh wait, I did that in the wrong order. If I don't know, I still don't want to lose our Thorn anyway, though. I think I'm just gonna wait. All my cards are so painful to ourselves. Oh, Gurmag Angler. Okay, a little late to the party, but we'll get you out there. So, another thing we can do is just wait for him to pump something to activate Pestilence in response. That's one way to get around this nonsense. And a little bit of a stalemate here. We will cycle the Barrenmoor. If we could find our other Cartouche of Ambition, that would be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just keep all our mana up, keep them guessing, keep them in the dark. pass the turn. See what happens. Another angler. Oh. I don't know, you guys, I'm getting sweaty from this game. Scary, man. They're getting out of hand. I can... I don't know, man. We're in a sticky situation. They're gonna hold their crew back. Dark Ritual is not quite what we're hoping to find. I'm scared to play any of these draw spells because then our Pestilence is just gonna kill ourselves. I don't think this Dark Ritual is doing anything else, so might as well leave some land open in case we need to. Pestilence. You can give any elf +5/+5. Yeah, I think it's slipping away from us. Well, we're putting up a good fight. I guess that's all that matters. We won game 2. Lost game 1, won game 2. And game 3 is looking pretty grim. Okay, they can cash in their relic if they want to draw another card. Yep. Get rid of their graveyard. Waiting for the most opportune moment to attack us. Oh, I didn't even notice we drew a cartouche. Last Monarch. Might as well equip one of these guys up, that's good. We'll give a -1/-1 to, I don't know, I don't know if it matters, but I guess I'll shrink down one of these Timberwatch Elves. Give it 0 power. I think we might want to get in for 6, because that's going to give us a lot more leeway with our Pestilence. If we can gain 6 life, we're more likely to be able to wrath their board. They don't pump their Vanguard for some reason. Am I missing something? Well, sounds like a good deal to me. Okay, Huntmaster. That's fine. I'm pretty sure we get to just wrath their board now, though. Because in Pestilence for 3 at the end of the turn, they can save a couple of their guys with their Timberwatch Elves, but then on our next turn, well, they're tapped out. Oh, did we disconnect? Got a notification saying we disconnected, huh? Okay. Let's see if we can figure that out. Well, the stream is disconnected. Oh man, we gotta watch our time too. Yeah, we're just gonna raft their board. They're not even gonna bother saving their crew for some reason. We're reconnected supposedly to Twitch, so hopefully if you're watching you can see what's going on. Yeah, it looks like it's reconnected. Well, you guys missed the very end of the match. Sorry about that. Looks like my internet cut out. But this is my first stream, so I'm still working out the kinks. But we won the match. I'm happy with that. They were able to raft their board. Alright, so we're 1-1 going into match 3 now. Beat Elves, lost to Blue-Black Control. Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, well, now that we are in a new match, we have all our land destruction spells back in the deck. So we sideboarded most of that out for the Elves matchup. Alright, we're going to kick things off with a nice little Bog of Peat. Pete's Bog. It'd be funny if it was Pete's Bog, just some guy named Pete who owned a bog. And our opponent is unfortunately going to lose their Swiftwater Cliffs, unless they have some spicy trick. Nope. Alright, is it Guildgate? Oh, I should have Pete Bogged that turn as well. That's okay. Next turn we can play a 2-drop and Pete Bog. A little bit of a misplay there, but I need to learn how to take my time a little bit better while I'm streaming. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Oh, it's a Tron deck. Very tricky, Mr. Opponent, saving the Tron lands. But after the destruction, we play the Peat Bog and Knight's Whisper. Hopefully find some more land destruction or some spicy spells. Prophetic Prisms can help them fix their mana. We'll play a land. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in graveyard, so we can play this for 3. And play that. Off to a nice early start here. Hopefully opponent stumbles on putting together their Tron. Looks like they might be struggling without their colored mana, so they're trying to get it together with the Prophetic Prisms. We get a Rancid Earth, which will be very handy. I think we might Sign in Blood. Why not? Keep the card draw. Okay, let's do some math. Okay. We're not even close. I was thinking if we could Gurmag Angler and land destruction this turn, but we're not even close to that. So I think we might just pop one of their lands here. Maybe their colored source. Because we're not going to do much against 2 Urza's Tower. We can save Rancid Earth if they find another Tron land. Try and keep them off that colored mana. This is a decent matchup for me, I believe. Tron doesn't like having their lands destructed. Uh-oh. Stream disconnected again. That's not good, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll reconnect for us. Getting in for 6. Pow-pow! 1 giant anglerfish and then 1 little vampire running right behind him. Hopefully the stream reconnects. Please. Not like this. Okay, second main phase. Pay attention, Jeremy. We can... We can't quite Dark Ritual plus Rancid Earth, so we're gonna Rancid Earth their island. Hey, we're reconnected! Sorry for the technical difficulties, everyone. Or for the one person who's watching right now. Still new to this whole streaming thing, so still working out the kinks, looks like. Okay, opponent doesn't do anything. Let's see if they can stop our lethal attack. Oh, they got something. A repulse or a capsize, huh? Boo. Well, they can't buy it back. Yeah, so that's delaying their inevitable demise, I think. Play the peat bog. We could befoul one of their lands, but I think we'd be better off firing off another Gurmag Angler, and we can use this Dark Ritual next turn to play another Gurmag Angler. Keep them on the ropes. Yep. They didn't like what they saw. Let me refer to my handy dandy sideboard guide over here. See if there's anything about Tron. Nope. There's no Tron in the sideboard guide for mono black land destruction. That's okay. We'll string it together. I don't think any of these cards are really fabulous against them, so I'm gonna just run it back. Good old-fashioned land destruction style. It's a slow start, but we do have some removal, some card draw, and we can work towards an Ice Quake to maybe get rid of a key Tron land. Pass the turn. His land. The Prophecy. The Prophetic Prism. Okay. They pass it back to me. Don't you love it when it's your turn? Okay, we draw another swamp, which is nice. Draw a card. Alright, we're gonna keep hitting those land drops. Excellent. Oh, they've got the double power plant slut. Uh-oh, guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm getting tongue-twisted. We got that double power plant swag, is what I was trying to say. Was it worth the trouble? We're gonna get rid of their colored land here, I think. Pass the turn to them. We can get rid of the sea gate at some point. With an edict, perhaps. I think we might save the befoul. Make him get rid of the Seagate Oracle. Maybe swing in. You can't really keep them off colored land with Prophetic Prisms, but can keep them to a lower land total since it seems like they don't have a free drop. But it might be best to save this for a Tron land, I don't know. Oh yeah, end of turn, they're gonna... So they would have been able to play that at instant speed anyway had I tried to destroy their island. So it's good that we're getting in for some damage. Forbidden Alchemy. That guy has got quite the setup in his lab. Looks like he has some pretty nice equipment. Alright, we'll put a card into their hand. Urza's Tower. A. So let's swingity swing in first. And I think I might Try and bop this tower here. You have a counterspell? Or instant speed? Yep, counterspell. Cool. Well, let's see if they have Tron. Maybe it was better to play Angler that turn, I don't know. They don't have Tron, they do have a Mole Drifter. Luckily we have a handy dandy Edict for such a situation. Bog, huh? So I think we definitely Edict first. And we might be patient on the Gurmag Angler. I'm not too thrilled to get rid of these Edicts in the graveyard by delving them away. So maybe we'll Sign in Blood. Dark Ritual, huh? So we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I think we can play our... Let me just recount this. I think we can play our Angler this turn. Let me attack first. Swing in for another 1. Stab him with that sword. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, we got plenty of land here. So I could have just played the Peat Bog, huh? Oh well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So I should have played Peat Bog instead of that swamp. I did my math wrong originally. Go to the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand. Dig in for those Tron pieces. I'm a little scared. Ooh, can't watch. Red mana. Flame Slash. The old double removal spell. Yep. Okay, well I got 2 cards out of them with the Angler. Not the worst trade. Does slow down our clock a bit, but good timing on another Angler. Woohoo! I think I'll swing in for 1. Looks like they're still trying to find their Tron lands. Lucky for us. And I think I'm just gonna tap all the way down here. We have these edicts up to deal with future creatures. Uh-oh, they find Tron. Bad things start to happen. What was that? Pulse of Marasa. Targeting. Oh, going so fast, man, the auto yield. Okay. Oh, so they had a mnemonic wall in their graveyard. Okay. Well. It's a lot of mana to play with. Huh, I gotta start keeping track of their graveyard. I guess I should always be keeping track of the graveyard. I think we want to get rid of Tron here. 6, 7, 8 mana. We'll get rid of the Urza's Mine, which they just got. We got a counterspell. To protect their... oh no, okay, Mystical Teachings. We're gonna search for a card. Ghostly Flicker. I don't know, this might be getting away from us. It's hard to keep track of all of the flickering and the bouncing. Well, we will play our Zealot. Cycle a Barrenmore. Another Rancid Earth. Well, I think we will swing in. Here. We're gonna block. I don't like the combo of that Ghostly Flicker, Pulse of Marasa. Not good. Feel like gives them a lot of options here. Okay. Well, nice thing about Edict is they can't Ghostly Flicker away from it, so that's cool. Gonna make them sacrifice their wall. They do have that pulse that they can use to get it back, gain some life, but may slow them down a little bit. Get in for 7. Hiya! Alright, we're getting there slowly but surely. We have more scary things, however. What are we getting this time? Lightning bolts. Are they gonna do the flame slash lightning bolt trick again? Yep. Get rid of our angler. Fair enough. Impulse. Getting another card. They're running a little bit low here. So I'm glad we saved those Chainer's Edicts earlier. Opted not to delve them away. Peat Bog is not the ideal draw here. We'll swing in for 2. Would be nice to draw a Thorn of the Black Rose or something. Get us some card advantage. Get us some grinding potential. I'll fire off at this Urza's Mine. They're gonna Pulse of Marasa something back. The wall, yep. Makes sense. I would have done the same thing in their shoes. Guess I could play the Peat Bog. We have so much land though. What do they return? Pulse of Marasa. Oh no. And we're gonna draw some more lands. Cool. Well, I hate to fall into the same pattern over and over. But it looks like we're going through this cycle again. Make them sacrifice their mnemonic wall. They're gonna Pulse of Marasa it back. They do have a Ghostly Flicker in their hand. And some other goodies, I'm sure. Yep, they get back their wall. They're gonna play their wall. Get back their pulse, probably. Yep. Curses. Okay. After game 1, I wasn't sure how much this deck uses its graveyard, but might bring in some graveyard hate for next game. Mole Drifter. Well, that's gonna make things a lot harder, I think. I'm gonna Ghostly Flicker target for them. Looks like they're gonna fire that off right now. Yeah, I think it's slipping away from us. Well, we do have a game 3. That's the good news, and it's not a bad matchup if we can get a nice early start. Baron Moore. Choking Sands. It's kind of lackluster at this point. We have this. Yeah. I think it's over. I think that's the end. Unfortunately for us. because they can. They're just out of control at this point. So I'm gonna concede. Go to game 3, the final match. It all comes down to this. Oh, this deck doesn't have Graveyard Hate in the sideboard. Womp womp. It's okay. I think we have a pretty good amount of tools to deal with their stuff. Maybe I'll bring in a couple Victim of Nights for some choice removal, just in case. Go down my Night's Whispers. See what happens. Would I like to play first? Thanks for asking. Yes, I would. Okay. Looks similar to last game's starting hand. No quick land destruction, but we'll see. We do have land. We do have card draw and removal. I'm not going to throw it away. Pass the turn. I got their Guild Gate. We'll play a Dusk Legion Zealot. Get a nice 20 turn clock going. We did draw a land, that's nice. We can hit our Ice Quake next turn. Cool. Let's smack that Tron land. Get in for 1. Yeah, I was thinking they might play the 1 first that they have multiples of. That's alright. Everything's good. We'll get in for 1. And keep them low on lands here. We're going to Impulse. Try and find some tools to deal with what we're doing. They will lose their land. 2 power plants down. Swiftwater Cliffs tapped. Okay, not too scary. Victim of Night. Decent. Okay, we do hit a land. I think we'll get in for 1, and we'll probably fire off another Sign in Blood. Refill our hand while we can. Get some answers. Gurmag Angler is not bad. I like that. Puts them under a lot more pressure. So if we Sign in Blood first, we can get a Rancid Earth and then blow up their mine, potentially. They have an answer. And Ghostly Flicker, their life gain land, and their Prophetic Prism. Not gonna save their mine. Interesting, interesting. And then we'll get in for 1, play Ye Old Angler. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Things are going okay. So far so good. Another land destruction spell to our opponent's dismay. I think we'll just swing in first here. Whack them for a third of their life total, down to 12. And they have another Ghostly Flicker. That's kind of sad for us. I might blow up this one, because that gives them less incentive to target this with their Ghostly Flicker. If I target that one and they do have Ghostly Flicker, then they might be more likely to flicker the Cliffs and the Prism and ruin our land destruction at the same time as gaining a life. That would be kind of sad. Play another Zealot. We drew another Edict. Okay. I was gonna say, if we drew another land destruction spell, that would have been pretty spicy. Lots of removal. get these bad boys in there. Go down to 5. Do the same thing. If they gain a life, it's fine. It doesn't really change. Oh, they concede. Yay! Okay, so we're 2-1. Just gotta get one more match win to break even. Let's go to round 4. Don't forget to stay hydrated in the summer. I see 2 of you are watching apparently, so thanks for coming in here, checking out the stream. I'm just trying it out, seeing if I enjoy it. So I'm happy to have a couple guinea pigs to experiment on. No, but thanks for joining in, even if I'm just running in the background. That's kind of you to cast your gaze upon my stream. Lead time. Alright. I like the look of this. We have a Dark Ritual for a turn 1 land destruction if we want. We have some 2-drops. Getting some land. Things are looking up. We'll try and Ice Quake their land. Yep. Alright. That's a good sign. They're going to get another island down. Cool, we hit that 3rd swamp, so next turn we can start blowing up their lands again, but for the time being, let's draw some cards. Good old Zealot always has our back. Poking in for 1 every turn, and oh. Is it Boiler Works, huh? That's a juicy target. They don't have any way to protect it. We'll attempt a Choking Sands, maybe get an extra 2. Oh, extra 2 damage in there. Always happy to see the Ravnica bounce lands when playing this deck. It's always a good time. Now, sorry opponent. That island cannot stay. Starting to feel a little bad. Ooh. Starting to expect some angry messages in the chat here. I've played maybe a couple leagues with this deck and a few lots of casual games, although I kind of stopped playing this deck in the casual matches because people get pretty mad and tend to just concede the game, so try and stick to leagues with this one where people can't escape. But I've had my fair share of angry opponents. That's okay. It's just part of the game. I'm playing land destruction. It's a package deal. Looks like our opponent is totally out of lands. That's good. And if they do find another one, we do have a Rancid Earth to wipe that up. You do have to be careful with the Rancid Earth because if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. So you can accidentally wipe out your Dusk Legion Zealots if you're not careful. But looks like we're good to go. I'm going to pre-combat, draw some cards on the off chance we drew like a, I don't know. I was going to say a cartouche, but that's in our sideboard. We don't have that yet. Yep, we'll play a Peat Bog, get in for 2. Ironically, we're about at the same life total as our opponents there because they're losing quite a bit of life here with the card draw. Alright, Angler. We can thin down our graveyard a bit, avoid killing our creatures with Rancid Earth, and yeah, they're gonna concede. No surprise there. Well, I have no idea what we were up against, so I'm not really sure what to bring in. We didn't see anything, huh, besides land. I think I'm just gonna run it back the way we had it, see what happens. See what our opponent's on before we start fiddling with things. I mean, it could be that blue-red Tron deck that we faced last match as well. Oh, I didn't see any. The mana base looked a little bit different. Alright. They're choosing whether they want to play first or second. Good for them. Very cool. Alright, what do we have? This hand is a little bit risky. If we draw another land, we can start popping their threats, but if we... I think we might keep it, because we have lots of 2-drop card draw spells, or land to draw. We'll give it a go. Yeah, so we got a Sign Blood. That'll help us get our head in the game. Maybe we can, at some point, pop a delayed... Okay, so let's see. Thought Scour, we got a Flame Slash. Maybe we want to keep an eye on their graveyard. Preordain, they're going to be doing some cantripping. Cool, fair enough. Dismal Backwater. Okay, so this is a Grixis deck. Seems like that explains the mana base is a little bit greedy on their part, which is good for us. Okay, we will have to discard something here. Fortunately, we didn't draw a land. I think I can get rid of one of these land destruction spells. Maybe a Rancid Earth. It does help fill up our graveyard for a Angler in the future, maybe. I don't feel too good about our chances if we can't find any more lands. That's what we're hoping for. Maybe a swamp off the top next turn. Ooh, they have an Angler of their own, okay. Chainer's Edict wouldn't be bad. Looks like we're gonna draw nothing though. Okay. We will throw away a Rancid Earth again. Keep drawing land destruction, but we don't quite have enough land to cast them. Seagate Oracle. Oh, uh-oh. Things are getting away from us. I need to believe in myself. Well, that is the key. I think we'll take the first 5 here from the Angler, assuming they swing in. Ooh, Sign in Blood. Gotta do it. 2 more land destruction spells. Okay, well, that's what happens. Sometimes. Few too many land destruction. The foul is also not very good against Gurmag Angler. Can't kill it. Yeah, I think our time is up here. That's okay, that's what match 3 is for. The opponent deserves a win after that last game. It was a bit brutal for them. Okay, so kind of an awkward... Oh wow, I could have... Yeah, okay. So kind of an awkward Dark Ritual here, but I think we can maybe blow up their Aqueduct, play an Angler of our own. It's the best we can do. Doesn't draw us any cards, unfortunately, but gotta take what you can get. Angler. Boom, bam, bippity boppity boopity bappity. Cool. So we can trade here if we want. Probably will have to with our life total dwindling. They do have a flyer they can whittle us down with easily. Whittle us down. But I think this one's still gotten away from us, unless we get some series of god draws. But you never know. You never know. What is it? Another Seagate Oracle. Those pesky oracles. Curses. Just getting in for 2, huh? Playing the long game. Well, the grind continues. It's the beginning of the end, or it's more like the end of the end at this point. Ooh, they got their red. Means a whole other group of cards maybe flying at us. Alright, well we will trade. Try our best. They might just have a bolt or something to finish us off here now that they have that red mana. I don't know what's going on in their deck. Pristine Talisman. Those are scary colors. Another Angler. Yep. Well, I don't think there's any way out of this one. Yeah. Concede. That's okay. There's always next round. What do we want? Is there anything? So Victim of Night isn't as good because Angler's a zombie. They seem pretty creature based. Maybe I'll take out the Fowls. That's a little bit on the slow side. Bring in some cartouches to give our Anglers some dueling potential, maybe. I don't know if that's a viable plan, but we'll give it a shot. Yes, I would like to play first. Okay. We got a turn 2 and 3, maybe even 4 land destruction. That's always a very nice start. We'll Peat Bog first and foremost. Pass the turnover. Next turn we can Ice Quake or Choking Sands. Turn after that, do the same thing. Alright, they got their Cliffs ready to rumble. A Choking Sands. Deal 2 damage to them because it's a non-basic land. And they also have... They might have some swamps, so we don't want to get caught in a situation where we can't kill a swamp with the Choking Sands. Alright, so we're going to Choking Sands again. Lose our Peat Bog. That's okay. We have a Sign in Blood for next turn. Maybe we can hit a land drop or something else spicy that we can use. They're going to preordain, dig for some more lands, probably. Who knows, maybe their hand is full of lands. Maybe they prepped for this. They kept a 7-lander just to make us sad, okay. Another land, we're going to Ice Quake. Keep them down on resources. Try and take the lead here. Dismal Backwater. And Ice Quake. Sorry, opponent. This is kind of the plan with this deck. You want to make them stumble early game, draw some cards, control the board with your removal, and maybe hit some threats, which looks like we did. I always try and use my Knight's Whispers before my Sign in Bloods because the double black versus the colorless in black isn't really relevant in this deck, and Sign in Blood's always great on the off chance you can target your opponent, make them lose 2 life. I think we're going to run out this Angler, start swinging in before our opponent can build up Too many goodies there. Evolving Wilds. So yeah, we're getting off to a pretty slow start here. I like our chances. I like where we're at. But you never know. Things could go south at any moment. Or this is Magic the Gathering. You never know where the magic will gather. I don't know. Oh, they got an angler of their own. Looks like we got ourselves a game, folks. Pretty good. We're gonna sign in blood. Edict. Get rid of their angler. I was a little bit scared of that angler because I had forgotten we had Edict in hand, but too bad for our opponent. Just swinging for 5. Unblocked. We've got lots of juicy card draw to keep the party going. Maybe we'll even hit some more land destruction. Looks like they might be trying to find some more land. Hopefully they don't. One on top and one on bottom. Ooh, they found their mountain. Okay. Very nice. I think we want a Knight's Whisper. If we hit a land destruction, that would be cool. If not, we can run out some Dusk Legion Zealots. Even better, we can do both. Let's run out a Dusk Legion Zealot, and then we can Dark Ritual into a Choking Sands. Here, we'll swing in first. Gotta be better about that. Take him down to 10. So if we use both of these rituals, we can Zealot and Choking Sands them, which sounds pretty good to me. Oh, and we do hit a land drop as well. So we're one land away from our Chainer's Edict flashback. That's nice as well. Take him off black mana. Gotcha! Gotcha, opponent! See what they can do with the blue and a red. But yeah, we got the concede. So we're 3-1. Nice. I like our chances. We made our play points back. We'll go into match 5, see what happens. I was feeling a little discouraged at the beginning of the stream because we were getting a lot of one land hands, and first matchup was a bit rough against Elves, I think? No, we beat Elves. We beat Elves match 2, sorry. Match 1 was against a blue-black control deck that we lost against. But things have gone swimmingly since then. So all in all, can't complain. Nice first stream for me. Try and find an opponent. I am recording this as well. Maybe we'll put it on YouTube. We'll see what happens. Still figuring out how all this fun stuff works. But I think there is kind of a lack of Pauper content out there, so I'm always happy to see new content creators, and I figured, hey, I have some free time, why not me? Join match, the final battle. Here goes nothing. Yes, I would like to play first. I think I'm gonna try my luck with 6 cards. Okay. Well, we'll try this. I probably should have kept the last hand, to be honest, but we will get a Scry. Nice, we got a Swamp, okay. Feeling a little bit better. We do have Peat Bog into Swamp for a turn 1 land destruction, so this might not be so bad. We are on the play here as well, so we have that advantage. Swamp. Okay, so we gotta be careful with our choking sands. I believe those can't target swamps. And we'll play out the swamp. Ice Quake 'em. That art is kind of cool, but I don't really know what's going on there. Looks like an ice quake to me. I like that swamp. Salon block. What do you guys think about my Lorwyn swamps? It's always been one of my favorite swamps. Kind of colorful. So I got a nice little set for myself. Oh, so I was confused for a second where this Ash Barrens came from. Okay, well, an early Thorn of the Black Rose does not sound like a bad idea. They're still trying to get off the ground here. And I don't think I'm going to cycle the Baron more. I think we definitely want the land. So we can like Chainer's Edict or whatever, but not a bad start. Got some cards flowing in, helping us out. Maybe we'll draw some more land and land destruction. Would be cool. Or some card draw or some anglers. All are welcome here. We don't have too many bad draws at this point. We draw a swamp, cool. I'll take it. Gotta hit those LDs, those land drops. Ooh, Vault of Whispers, okay, so we got some artifact synergy going on. Divest. So they're gonna take our Thorn. Ooh. Fair enough, fair enough. There are worse things that could have happened. We're doing okay. Looks like they might pass it over to us unless they have some spicy forest green 1-drops. Okay. I think we'll get in with Thorn, play out the Peat Bog, and develop our mana base a bit. Wait for some spicy Monarch draws. I'm really rooting for a Gurmag Angler to seal the deal on this game. Maybe some land destruction, I wouldn't mind. Draw a card. What do we get? What'll it be? Show me what you got. What are they doing? Crop rotation. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna get a green artifact land, or a Calmy Garden, huh? Interesting. So I wonder if they're going to be able to pump that up and steal the Monarchy? Is that their plan? Or are they just want a plant token out here? How peculiar. I mean, maybe this is a real deck and I don't even know about it, but don't think I've come across this deck. Okay, so looks like they're gonna get an Angler probably and be able to play it. But right now, with their Grizzly Salvage, guess I should keep an eye on that graveyard. Yep, so they take the Angler, and here she comes. Paying their costs, paying their debts, like a good little Magic player. Alright, they found their Angler. Well, luckily, We have a Death Touch here, so that might buy us some time, but they are a black deck, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had some removal to ruin our day. We'll get at least one more draw with the Monarch here, so that's a plus. I'm going to Rancid Earth. Well, let's see, do I want to do it like this? Yeah, we're going to Rancid Earth. And I think I might just fire off the Chainer's Edict. And get rid of the plant token. And then we can maybe flash that back in a couple turns if our deck is nice to us. Because as long as that plant token's around, we're not going to really be able to do anything about it. And we'll pass the turn. Draw our card with the Monarchy. We're keeping him off green, that's nice. Ooh, they have an Edict of their own. Okay, so we're gonna lose the Monarch. Fair enough. It's bound to happen sometimes. Okay, so things are getting a little sketchy. A little sketchy for us. It's gonna be a little tricky to get back that Monarch. That's where their Divest is really paying off, because we can't play this other Thorn of the Black Rose. Oh, they might just run away with this. Yeah, and we draw a third swamp there. Basically the beginning of the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we can Edict away one of those guys, but that's gonna take our entire turn and they'll still have lethal at that point. So this one might be over. Divest, yep, check it out. Check out my swamps. You are in the safe zone, opponent. Feel free to swing in. I would have to draw like the Sign in Blood into removal spell into, I don't know, I'd have to draw, yeah, Sign in Blood into like Chainer's Edict and a creature. Something like that. Icequake is cool, but it's not going to cut it. So we'll concede. Better luck next round. Okay, so Victim of Night is kind of garbage here. Kind of wish this deck had some Graveyard Hate. Bring in the Cartouches, because that might be decent with some dueling Gurmag Anglers. Or it'll buy us some time. We'll go down a Befoul. We'll go down 2 Befouls. Those can't hit black creatures, so it's a little less spicy. The rest doesn't really seem like what we want to be doing early in the game. We'll try it like that. I'm not gonna dilute our land destruction plan too much. It seemed like it was going pretty well there for a bit, but we got some awkward draws, and they did hit that timely Gurmag Angler, who will play first. Okay, so no land destruction, but we do have some spicy early game plays. We can get an early Angler out here, maybe. Maybe turn 2 even, I think. Ooh, they're going down to 5 cards, okay. Bravo, I'm liking our chances. We'll play a Peat Bog. Pass the turn. So next turn I think we can Dark Ritual. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's not enough mana. Well, oh, okay, they're gonna take our Angler anyway. Or maybe they'll take our Thorn. They don't want us to get a turn 2. Yeah, they don't want us to get a turn 2 Monarch. But maybe it's for the best. Because now we've discarded Thorn, I think we can play our Angler. Which might be something we're interested in doing. Cartouche will be nice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Works for me. Not sure if our opponent saw that and decided the monarchy was more important, or I mean, they might just play a Chainer's Edict and ruin our life here, but that's okay. Got a Dusk Legion Zealot here. Oh, looks like they are gonna search up a land, grab their green source. Oh, ooh, a rot farm, huh? How timely. What a timely rot farm. So we're gonna wait on Cartouche, I think. Want to get rid of this rot farm because that'll really make them stumble. They'll go from 3 lands next turn to 1 land next turn, it looks like. Gonna take it while we can. To be fair, they did mulligan down to 5 at the beginning, so probably already in a sticky situation. But you gotta take what you can get. Awesome. I think we'll just cartouche up our boy here. Don't want to put a -1/-1 counter on anything. Get in for 6, lifelink. Doesn't change our clock, but gives us a nice little boost there. Buys us a lot of time for sure. It might just oh, no Chainer's Edict. Very cool, very cool. Well, it seems like they can't do anything with 1 black mana, so I'm gonna fire off at the forest. Grizzly Salvage, huh? Okay, well they don't hit. Let's see, they can put a creature or land, so they're gonna get a land, but they're not gonna hit a Gurmag Angler, so that's a win in my book. We'll see what they do pick. Oh, they don't put any card into. They put no card into their hand? Didn't even want their land, huh? Interesting. I can't really figure that one out. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they choose our creature for the top 4 cards, and it's -1 for each land card in there. Okay. Well, that's fine, that's fine. I think we'll just play another Angler. I still don't know why they didn't grab a land off their Grizzly Salvage, but maybe they're playing some 6D Magic the Gathering and I'm not aware. Gonna have to deal with the Angler. Might have an Edict. Okay, they have a blocker. Cool, cool. I think we're gonna get in for 5 here before we show them what we got. We're gonna chump block. And the question is, do I sign in blood? No, I'm just gonna play the safe route. If I sign in blood and hit a land, then I can Dusk Legion Zealot as well. But in case they draw an Edict or something to ruin our life, I don't want to end up in a situation where we have nothing to play. I think I'm just gonna play this out. Because next turn we can sign in blood and then play a 2 or 3 drop depending on how things go. Okay, they're gonna land cycle. So they only have 1 card in their hand that really matters. We'll see what it is. And whatever they draw, of course. Very interesting. Very interesting. What is it? Ooh, Thorn of the Black Rose. Very spicy. They get the Monarchy. Fair enough, fair enough. They've got their own Thorn. That might buy them some time. could start digging them out of this hole. Oh wait, I can just kill them with Sign in Blood. Good thing I didn't overlook that. I've definitely done that before, where I cast a Sign in Blood at myself with the opponent at 2 or less life. Here, you want some cards, opponent? Enjoy. Alright, we earned game 3, and I think we'll try it again. The final battle, final boss battle. Yeah, this deck's pretty fun. There are definitely some tricky plays, but it is a little less of an intense deck to play than some others, which is part of the reason why I'm playing it in my first stream. But there is a lot of F6ing potential. Definitely mulliganing this. Okay, this hand's kind of awkward, but we will keep it. I think we might keep the Angler. Might be good. I don't know. Might be right to just look for some swamps. See, his Choking Sands is not going to be good against that swamp. Looks like we might have a decent amount of land here, so maybe we should play it patient on the Angler and try and start blowing up their stuff. But Grizzly Salvage into an Angler is pretty scary for us, I will admit. We can Dark Ritual and Monarch? I think that's what we might do, because otherwise we're wasting a mana. And this might give us a nice little early game edge. Have some land destruction coming up down the pipe to back that up, but I really don't want to get caught in a situation where we don't have any swamps to play with. So, fingers crossed. Hitting their land drops. They didn't have a Grizzly South. Oh, thank God. Okay. Swamp. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 land to play with, which means I think we're going to Rancid Earth their green source. Wait. Oh. I needed a Choking Sands, that green source. That's okay, they might play another one. Silly me. Oh, great. And the Choking Sands. Okay, well, that might cost us a little bit, but I'm sure they'll have more lands to play, which our Choking Sands can hit. Continuing to hit those land drops is a very good sign. We've got some Edict back up here. A couple creatures out. So we're not in the best situation, but so far so good. Doing okay. Choking Sands is not bad against Tree of Tales. Drown in Filth, fair enough. What a terrible way to go out. Drowning in filth. Okay, so we pay 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get 5 and then 6 into the graveyard and then play our Angler out. Sounds like a decent plan to me. Keep them off green. Seems like they have a lot of multicolored cards there. And before they can do anything mean, I'm gonna Angler exile our graveyard. We draw a Rancid Earth, so if we can hit a land, we can keep blowing up their lands. Things are going okay. Duress, okay. Feel free to pick your poison opponent. Signing Blood might make me the saddest of those cards to go. But, yeah. I don't blame him. Understandable. The art on this card. Pretty brutal. Turn a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, a little noise outside, huh? So he returned Mold Graph Scavenger. What does that do? Hold on. I'm gonna look that up real quick. See what we're up against. It's a... Sorry, I didn't look at it when it was in the graveyard. Okay, it's a 0/4, but it comes a 3/4 with Delirium. They do have Delirium. Cool, cool. Okay, so let me get in for 6. We do have a fast clock on them, so they need to start putting together a win fast here. I think we will Sign in Blood. Okay, we hit a land and we hit a Dark Ritual. So that's decent. Maybe we can blow up 1 or 2 lands next turn. You know I like blowing up them lands. They play their Scabby Boy. Scabby Wabby. Nice little fungus. Cute little fungus guy. Wonder what they have for 1 black. Is another... Oh, it's an Angler. They're paying costs. Well, well, well. Maybe that's where our cartouche will come in handy. We do not draw a land. Okay, so I'm going to... Geez, I'm not sure. Well, they didn't draw a land last turn. I don't know if it's more important to keep them off. No, I want to keep the pressure on. We're gonna make our Angler into a 6/6. Put a -1/-1 counter on that guy. Get in for 6. See what our opponent wants to do. They could double block if they so desire. Or just not block and take the Monarchy. But that leaves them at a pretty precarious life total. Looks like they're deciding what they want to do as well. What'll it be? So much pressure. They're gonna take it. They're gonna go for the old steal the Monarchy. Cool, cool. Well, they gain a couple life with the Radiant Fountain. Pretty nice, pretty nice. They do have to worry about dying on the backswing. A little bit. They might have some spicy stuff in their hand, I don't know. I'm gonna get in for 7. I might just take it. So we have more creatures. I'm worried that they're gonna like edict me, because they're gonna get the monarchy anyway. I'm worried they're gonna edict me once I chump with this and get rid of our angler, and that would be a huge blowout. So we'll take some extra damage. We do have a 6/6 lifelinker here. Oh, okay, well they were gonna get the monarchy anyway, it looks like. Nothing we can do about that. Can we Knight's Whisper? And 1, 2, 3. If we Knight's Whisper, we get a card in the graveyard. So that's 3 cards in graveyard. And Dark Ritual, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think I'm gonna Knight's Whisper. And then Dark Ritual into a Angler. And I'll probably play a Peat Bog as well. Just keep pumping out Anglers to ruin their day. A little worried about the monarchy, but it will be dealt with in due time. The only problem is I do have that thorn. I think I'm gonna get in with this. It'll gain us some life. Sure, they'll trade with the thorn, but we have another angler on the way. Want to make sure. Oh yeah, they can't get back their Grim Harvest as well. Want to make sure they can keep their board down, otherwise we're just going to get into like a weird stalemate here. Now we're finally at the point where we can start shooting back at those lands as well. I don't know. Pretty spicy game. No matter what happens, all that's important is that we had fun. Okay, they're gonna Bajuka Bog us. Makes it a little harder for our angler to get out there to play. It's okay. Another scavenger. Be nice to draw a Thorn of the Black Rose, win back that monarchy. I will admit, it's one of my goals. See if we trade with this. We're left with the 2 scavengers, but we do have another angler on the way. I'll take 5 for now. If we draw like an edict or something, we can get the monarchy back, assuming they don't have any more creatures. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could double land destruction. We can't play angler no matter what. So I think we want to take them off of green. And start filling up that graveyard again. We can destroy their Bajuka Bog. Alright, pretty good. And combat will begin. I'm not gonna get in there. If he double blocks, then We're losing our angler for one of those guys. I'd rather trade here. And we have another angler coming up down the pipeline. That monarchy is a bit scary. It's been sitting over on their side for several turns now. But they are choked. Haha, choked on mana. I think I will block at this point. Do they have any spicy tricks up their sleeve? Tragic slip. This figure. Oh, looks like they trade. It's got another swamp. And another Thorn of the Black Rose. That's what I really want to draw, one of our thorns. I'll steal back that monarchy nice and easy. Okay. Edict is not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we are careful, we can get our... we can flash back that Edict next turn, but that would require not using the Peat Bog just yet. And sacrifice Scavenger maybe? So we could play the Angler now. But I think we want to wait. I'm going to keep him a little more choked on mana. Save the Peat Bog to flashback Chainer's Edict. I don't know. It's drawing a lot of cards off that thing, man. It's hard to keep up. It's slowly being run out of resources here. Getting in with both. We'll take 4. Must mean he has another creature on the way. Unfortunately for us. Yes. Another Angler. Coming at us hot. Haunted Fengraf, huh? So they could easily get back their Thorn of the Black Rose or the Scavenger using their Fengraf, but it would take an entire turn at least. I don't know, man. It's a close game. It's fun either way. That's all that really matters. We are 3-1 right now, so either way, we're breaking even. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, okay. So we can fire off the Edict if we want. They would probably get rid of either one of those two. Dusk Legion. We can gum up the board a bit, and then always Edict next turn. Four. I don't want to get this out before he like Bajuka bogs me or something. At some point, gonna need to. I mean, I could have blown up the Haunted Fengraf, which would make it so he can't get back his Thorn, but I'm a little more worried about all this damage. Getting in there, making the trade, which I think I should take. Unfortunately. Can Grim Harvest. Which they can play, I guess. Get back their, something. Get back their Angler next turn. But we may be able to blow up this Haunted Fengraf or something. Or Edict that... Oh, they lost their Delirium. Interesting, interesting. Things have taken a turn. Okay. So, if we Edict them, we can steal back the Monarchy. But we'll just get it back next turn. Well, we would draw one card off of it, which would be nice, but we'd lose Dusk Legion Zealot. They want to get back the Monarchy. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try it. See if we can draw something to get us out of here. Because they've got another... I mean, either way, they have another Thorn on the way. They have... Oh! Got rid of Thorn, huh? That's an interesting choice. Because now these guys stick around. So they have to play a Thorn if they want to get the Monarchy back. Unless they hit Delirium and they can attack him with that guy. Which is a possibility. Especially because they're about to play Grim Harvest, yep. They get their Delirium back. Okay, so that was their plan. Womp womp. But we do get the Monarchy for one turn. Got in for 1 damage. Might be relevant if we go for the Sign in Blood victory. Quicksand. I don't even know if I have any Sign in Bloods left. What's going on here? Is it another Angler? Okay, cleverly avoiding losing their Delirium. I wish this deck had better targeted removal that could deal with Angler. It seems to have been a problem this whole league. Because we have Victim of Night in the sideboard, but that specifically doesn't hit Gurmag Angler. And Edicts are nice, but they don't always cut it, of course. Okay, well, we at least get to get rid of this Haunted Fengraf while they're tapped out. It looks like we're going to be forced into chump blocking, and from there, things aren't looking too swell. Unless we top deck a Sign in Blood for the win. Do we have any left? 1, 2. We've used 2, so we have 2 Sign in Bloods. Oh, they just win with the Drown in Filth. Okay, GG's. That's the game, folks. But we put up a good fight. Made our entry fee back. So if you're out there watching, I'm Xenoglossa, I guess. That's the channel name, or my real name is Jeremy. So nice to meet you. Hope you enjoyed if you're out there lurking and watching. And hopefully we'll be doing this again in the future. I had fun. Yeah, see you guys later.